First and foremost, how's Ollie? What's he doing?
We don't know. It's a knee injury, so to be assessed. A bit concerned about it, but I don't know enough.
It suggests it might be a ligament issue.
Yeah, possibly.
Did you see what happened?
No.
Did he fall awkwardly? Or?
I didn't see it, unfortunately. So we don't know, but obviously it's a concern. So, but we'll have to see.
As for the game, it seems to be start reasonably well, but obviously the free kicks kills the game. Well, not kills the game, but it gives
Affects the game.
the edge.
Yeah, I agree with the assessment. I think we started pretty well against a good team, moved it well, showed some confidence in how we want to play. Not too many chances, but then football can be won and lost in critical moments. A quality free kick, they're more clinical in our box than we were in theirs. They defended their box really well. We were less so at times today with some details. The rest of the game I think was pretty even in terms of the middle bit of the game. You know, we had a lot of possession in the game, but yeah, we were not as hurtful to them as they were with us. They attack quickly, they've got good players, they're strong, they're fast as they attack. We have our way of playing, and we didn't have that cutting edge at the top end of the pitch, but I think sometimes you also credit the opposition. That's why they're top of the league, so there's some balance to be had tonight from it. I think you can come here and lose in this league. Many teams will. That won't define our season, but I'm certainly not overly disappointed with big parts of the performance or the application and how we approach the game. But you know, sometimes if you're that little bit off at both ends and they're on it, then of course you can suffer a result.
We talked about Hamer's qualities before the game, and he had a hand in the first two goals. But when he was running through and fouled by Bobby, I mean, did leave Bobby very little options but to make the foul.
I don't know, it's decisions, isn't it? I think maybe the foul or no foul, he might carry on and nothing comes of it. He might carry on and find a slide pass, which he can do. So yeah, I'm not going to overanalyse that at this point.
Ollie got a hand to it, didn't he? I think he was unlucky not to save it. I mean, it was a fantastic top corner.
I don't know. Sorry, I sound like I haven't got an answer for you, but I thought it was a real quality free kick. I've not seen it back, but Ollie's a good keeper. He got a hand to it, but I think I would probably applaud the quality of the free kick. Is probably the reality of it.
And how did you assess the other two goals?
Football transition. You know, the third goal is transition from our point of view. Some details we allowed them to move too deep in the first part of the third goal, allows them to turn and they change the play on us, and we don't do enough at that point. But yeah, those are the details that affect the game. You know, and the speed of them and not dealing with it. A team like Sheffield United can put you into sometimes 1v1 situations defensively, and then being very clinical is how I would assess it.
And good to get Rudy on the pitch and Ben Sheep as well. You know, I guess that's all positive, isn't it? And nice little consolation at the end, I suppose.
Yeah, pleased. Need minutes. Sheepy needs minutes. Hasn't played really for a fair while now. Really less in terms of time, but pleased also for Rudy to get his goal and pleased for the minutes. I think today probably shows the how much you need the squad. Kitch falls ill before the game. And then Ollie, we don't know the extent of his injury, but if we fear that it could be a while, then obviously Brad comes in and I thought did well as well today. So yeah, I think it's important that we have the squad, because as you see today, when you're fighting towards the top of the league as we are now, you see the power of some of the other squads. So we need everybody.
You mentioned Josh Eccles was injured for a number of weeks, but what has he actually done?
Calf injury.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, you know, after a result like this, it's important, isn't it, to try and bounce back as quickly as possible and focus now on Burnley next week.
For sure. I mean, that's what I'm already doing to an extent. Part of that is reviewing the details of today, of course. But yeah, I mean, we lost at Derby, a completely different game to this, and we reacted for Sunderland. And this to go on the run we've gone on means we've won a lot of games. Not the norm, I think, for a non-parachute team, if you want to call it that. That's been great, but you also have to handle losing. You know, this is not going to keep winning these next batches of games. Is not necessarily the case. So handling losing, understanding maybe why we lost in the details, and then being focused through the week into Burnley is absolutely key. We did it for Sunderland, to be fair. So it's very important that we do that again.
Thanks. Let's ask on Sheffield United. You've had some really good battles here with Chris, haven't you, over the years? Just how tough is it for an opposition team and coach to come here as the promotion battle sort of plays out? Yeah,
it's tough. You know, I've got a lot of admiration for Chris. I have done since I've started going against his teams, from my Derby days through Chelsea. So I think he's a fantastic coach. What he gets out of his teams, how he sets his teams up. They're a strong team in the league. There's no doubt. I've watched them. When you come against the teams in our good run, Sheffield United and Leeds have been the standout teams that we've had to play that show maybe some differences in the way they play. I've got nothing but admiration. I'm not sitting here trying to say, well, this could have happened from our point of view. I'm not ultra disappointed with us, but with Sheffield United, there's a lot of respect to be had for the power, the way they play, the speed in their team, and I think, like I mentioned, in terms of being, and as coaches, we want to be effective, and Sheffield United are a very effective team in this league.